As you are rising, you are going to see people who misunderstood you, people who showed you fake love, people who you sense were disrespecting you behind your back. You're going to see them trickling in. You're going to see them reaching out. The energy I'm feeling is that they're going to play victim. Like they are going to act like, I'm sorry, like I didn't know that I was hurting you. And, this could be true. Okay, they could, not to say that they're innocent, but they could have not realized how deeply they hurt you. Because I think one thing about you is your whole life, people underestimated how sensitive you are. You feel things extremely deeply. Not even when, like you sweet thing, you get your feelings hurt pretty easily, and it's because you are so nice, you are so kind, you are so gentle with everyone else. You treat everyone how you want to be treated. You are very gentle with others' feelings. And so when people have been careless with yours, it cuts deep. It cuts really deep. So you might have been in multiple relationships. All of your relationships might have been in these patterns where you were mistreated and where you were taught that you were the problem, that you were being mistreated because you were a problem. And you sweet soul, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to experience that. But you came to a point in your life where you realized I'm not the problem. You've never had any problem taking responsibility. You've overdone that. You've taken responsibility where you didn't need to, where others should have been doing that. You could have been a person who, like, when you were in a conflict with someone else, you would just be the one to apologize and take responsibility first, just to smooth over the conflict. You just hated conflict so much that you didn't mind being the one to take responsibility where it might not have been your job to do. But I think something that you have been learning is to be okay with conflict, is to be the villain in other people's stories, because you know what? The people you dealt with in the past, they knew this about you. They could sense that you were extra sensitive. They could sense that they could take advantage of your feelings. They could sense that they could get away with shit with you. They could sense that they wouldn't have to take responsibility or apologize. You would take responsibility for them. I feel like it was a very rare experience for you to be like genuinely considered, and I feel like most of the relationships you've dealt with have been really selfish and self-serving. People were getting something from you, whether it was validation, whether it was them feeling like they were above you because you would always voluntarily put yourself below people. But the thing is that your true confidence, when you're standing in your true confidence, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And the reason that you have felt uncomfortable doing that in the past is because your true confidence is so powerful that it makes others feel below you. It makes, not to say that they are, not to say that you're better than others, but that's what that triggers in other people. Because your confidence is divine. Your confidence is God-given. Your confidence comes from the fact that you know you're walking with a purpose. You know you're here for a divine reason, and you know that you are protected, and you know that you are guided, and you know that you are bulletproof in this way. You know that your soul is bulletproof. And so when you walk in faith instead of fear of being misunderstood or fear of being seen or whatever. When you're walking in your faith with your God-given confidence, it triggers others. And so I feel like that's just something you've had to learn to be okay with. You can't please everyone. You can't make everyone happy. You're such a beautiful soul. You wanted to make everyone happy. You wanted to make everyone feel good to the point of sacrificing yourself and your own happiness to do so. Because it's almost like others' happiness is your happiness. So it's like you're having to let go of like others' unhappiness and realize that that does not reflect you, and create your own happiness from within, and your own happiness and just joy for life, because your life is just getting more and more beautiful, and so you're only growing more and more joyful, and your natural expression of joy and happiness might be hated because it reflects to others where they are not joyful, where they are not happy. And it's just human nature that things go like that. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you for expressing your joy. Keep expressing it, because you're doing those people a favor by highlighting what's empty within them. Okay, so even if they're immature and they decide to project hatred onto you for just simply being in your joyous expression, they are taking it personally. They are seeing your joy as a personal attack on them. Okay, when the smartest thing for them to be doing is some self-reflection and asking themselves, why is this person's joy triggering me? What am I missing within? You know, just they could be doing some self-expression. This whole message is just to say, to just be prepared for those relationships to come back in. And, you know, you don't need to be spiteful. You don't need to be rude, but you are very much valid in just keeping your space and keeping them at an arm's distance. And, you know, you can love people from afar and understand that they're not good for you. Because a lot of those people are manipulators, and once they see you doing good, you know what they're going to want to do.